How's it going? What's going on? G-Meister, and welcome to my review of Steven Universe 3 Gems and a Baby. Let's get into this. Now, the episode starts out with a blizzard's going on. Greg is chilling out the house because his van is, like, not warm enough. So, yeah. And then Steven's like, I've never seen a blizzard like this. Then they're like, either Greg or one of the gems are like, oh, you have 14 years ago. Steven realizes he's 14 years old. And then Greg's like, I could tell you the story. Steven's like, you know our agreement though. And so Greg starts singing the song that we heard from New York Comic-Con with Greg's voice actor Rebecca Sugar singing it. Though Rebecca Sugar's voice or Rose is nowhere to be seen in this episode. Don't know what's up with that. Seriously. And I think it's called the song's called I Could Never Be Ready for This. But then we get to see Greg taking care of baby Steven, and then the gems knock on the door with gifts. Garnet gives Steven a razor for shaving, which she's too young for. Amethyst gives Steven diapers, but they turn out to be adult diapers, which he's not old enough for again. And Pearl gives baby Steven, and Pearl seems to be pretty discouraged right now, because, you know, Rose is gone and Steven's here. Anyways, gave him an urban dictionary, which he's too young for. But the gems don't understand how babies work or humans and stuff like that. So, yeah, excuse me, it's very understandable. So out of happiness and out of little playing, Steven got happy and his gem glowed. No shield appeared or anything. It was just a glowing gem, and that got everyone freaked out. Greg ran out to the kitchen to go grab his handy baby guidebook while the gems kidnapped baby Steven. What the hell, man? Why the hell are you kidnapping baby Steven? Because they feel like Greg can't handle this because it's now a gem matter with Rose and stuff. And they also steal Greg's van, so what the hell, man? Anyways, the gems. So Amethyst is thinking this is a shape that Rose is just shapeshifted into this baby Steven forms, and tells her to unshapeshift, which is not working because Steven's not a different form of Rose. And so then Garnet proposes that Steven's a fusion and asks him to unfuse, like a fusion between Greg and Rose. But she's like, hey, I'll go first if you want. She unfuses into Ruby and Sapphire, which is really neat if you ask me. I really like Ruby and Sapphire. But that's all, they're gone immediately because baby Steven starts crying because Garnet's gone. So they fuse back together immediately. Then Pearl comes to the back seat and just like, maybe if we take the gem out of her or him, Rose will come back into his form. Though she realizes how much Rose really wanted this. So she stops, has a nice dramatic moment, and that's that. Meanwhile, back with Greg. Greg is running after the van on foot. Then he runs into two kids, a dog, and a sled. Then he walks up to the kids and asks them. Flash forward, we see the dog tied to the sled chasing down Greg. And it ran him all the way up to the van. Garnet grabs Greg in to avoid getting bit by the dog. And they all just have a nice talk, about how none of them really know how to raise Steven because Steven is something completely new, and how Greg could never have been ready for something like this, or how the gems have never experienced childhood and don't understand humans and stuff like that. But then they all agree that they would all work together on raising Steven together, which was very nice, very cute. And then the flashback's over. Steven tells everyone that they have all grown, and Rose would have been proud or very happy to see how they've grown and how they had never stopped missing Rose. And despite the fact they never stopped missing roles, I'm sure she would be proud of them, or like really think coolly of them, or just proud. I think pride. Anyways. Yeah, that's pretty much 3 Gems and a Baby in a recap. I personally really like this episode. I like it better than Gem Harvest, so I don't hate Gem Harvest, but this video is not about Gem Harvest, so I'm going to stay away from that. It's really cute. It's really neat seeing, the Gem's interactions with little Steven and trying to figure out exactly what he is and how to raise him. The little talk with Greg at the end is really nice. And Steven's like, you guys kidnapped me in the episode? Well, some decisions we regret. Excuse me. But, yeah. And the song is really good, despite the fact that Rebecca Sugar's not singing along with it compared to the version we heard at New York Comic Con. Don't know what's up with that. But yeah, overall, I give 3 Gems and a Baby an 8.5 out of 10. What did you guys think of the episode? Tell me down below. And if you want to see more reviews like this, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Meister out.